Yo, what's up, my friend? It's your man, Eric, back with another adventure. This time we're hitting up the concrete jungle, the city that never sleeps, New York City. Whether you're a first-timer or a seasoned New Yorker, this city has something for everyone. And today, we're serving up the ultimate guide to navigating the chaos and making the most of your trip. From the flashing lights of Times Square to the hidden gems tucked away in Brooklyn, we're diving deep, so buckle up. And listen, I'm not talking about some boring run-of-the-mill travel guide. We're going rogue, showing you the city through the eyes of a local, the best pizza joints, the coolest street art, the hidden speakeasies, you name it. So grab your Metro card, lace up those walking shoes, and get ready to experience the real New York City, baby. Let's do this thing.
All right, first stop, the heart of it all, Times Square. You can't come to New York City and not get bombarded by the sensory overload that is Times Square. It's like the city turned the brightness setting up to 1,000 and threw a party in the middle of the street. Now look, I know a lot of New Yorkers avoid Times Square like the plague. And yeah, it's crowded, it's touristy, it's basically a giant advertisement for everything. But there's a certain energy here, a pulse that you can't deny. So, soak it in, grab a selfie with a costumed superhero, or Disney character, no judgment, and see what all the fuss is about. And hey, if you're feeling fancy, catch a Broadway show. It's the ultimate New York experience. From classics like Phantom of the Opera to the newest hits, there's a show for everyone. Just be prepared to shell out some serious cash, because Broadway tickets ain't cheap.
Let's escape the madness of Times Square and head to Central Park, the green lung of Manhattan. This place is an oasis in the concrete jungle, a massive park in the middle of the city. It's like someone replaced all the buildings with trees, grass, and fresh air. You could spend days exploring all 843 acres. But let's hit some highlights. First, Strawberry Fields, a memorial to John Lennon buzzing with peace and love. Next, a stroll around the reservoir, a popular jogging spot with killer skyline views. No trip is complete without visiting Bethesda Terrace, an architectural masterpiece. It's the perfect spot to relax and people watch. But honestly, the best way to experience Central Park is to get lost in it.
All right. You can't come to New York City and not pay a visit to the ultimate symbol of freedom, Lady Liberty herself. I'm talking about the Statue of Liberty, standing tall and proud in New York Harbor. Now, I know it's a bit of a tourist trap, but trust me, seeing this iconic statue up close and personal is an experience you won't forget. So, hop on a ferry from Battery Park and get ready for some epic views of the city skyline as you sail across the harbor. Once you're on Liberty Island, you can explore the grounds, climb to the crown for a bird's-eye view, if you're lucky enough to snag tickets in advance, or just soak in the history and grandeur of it all. And hey, while you're there, make sure to check out Ellis Island, the former immigration station where millions of immigrants first set foot on American soil.
All right, time to head back to Manhattan and conquer another iconic landmark, the Empire State Building. This Art Deco masterpiece has been a symbol of New York City for over 90 years, and it's still just as impressive today. The view from the top is something else. You get a 360-degree panorama of the entire city, from Central Park to the Statue of Liberty. You can see all the other landmarks we've talked about like tiny toys scattered across a giant map. The lines can be brutal, especially during peak season. Just bring a book, some headphones, or strike up a conversation with fellow elevator goers. The Empire State Building is a must-do for any first-time visitor to New York City. All right, let's ditch Manhattan for a bit and head across the East River to Brooklyn, baby. And what better way to get there than by walking across the iconic Brooklyn Bridge? This architectural marvel is more than just a bridge. It's a symbol of New York City's resilience, ingenuity, and let's be honest, it's good looks. Now, you can walk, bike, or even skateboard across the bridge, but I recommend taking your time and savoring the experience on foot. As you stroll along the pedestrian walkway, you'll be treated to breathtaking views of the Manhattan skyline, the East River, and the Brooklyn waterfront. And hey, if you're feeling romantic, try timing your walk for sunset. The golden hour light reflecting off the skyscrapers is pure magic. Just be prepared for some serious crowds, especially during peak season. Once you've reached the Brooklyn side, make sure to explore Dumbo, which stands for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass. It's a trendy neighborhood with cobblestone streets, art galleries, and some of the best pizza in the city. Park and the city skyline. All right, time to shift gears a bit and head to a place that's both somber and inspiring, the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. This is a site that holds immense significance for New Yorkers and Americans alike, a place where we remember the tragic events of September 11th, 2001, and honor the lives lost that day. The memorial itself is incredibly moving, with two massive reflecting pools set within the footprints of the Twin Towers. The names of all those who perished in the attacks are inscribed around the edges of the pools, a powerful tribute to their memory. The museum is equally impactful, with exhibits that chronicle the events of 9/11, from the first plane hitting the North Tower to the collapse of the South Tower and the aftermath of the attacks. But amidst the sadness and loss, there are also stories of hope and heroism, of first responders who risked their lives to save others, of ordinary citizens who showed extraordinary courage and compassion. All right, let's escape the hustle and bustle for a bit and head downtown to Greenwich Village, a neighborhood that's bursting with bohemian vibes, historic charm, and a whole lot of character. This is where artists, writers, and musicians have flocked for decades, drawn to its creative energy and laid-back atmosphere. Now, Greenwich Village, or the Village as the locals call it, is a world away from the skyscrapers and neon lights of Times Square. Here, you'll find narrow, winding streets lined with charming brownstone buildings, quirky shops, and cozy cafes. This is a neighborhood best explored on foot, so ditch the subway map and just wander aimlessly. Get lost in the maze of streets, stumble upon hidden courtyards, and soak up the unique atmosphere of this legendary neighborhood. And hey, while you're here, make sure to check out Washington Square Park, the heart and soul of Greenwich Village. All right, get ready for a sensory overload because we're heading to Chinatown, a vibrant and bustling neighborhood that's like stepping into another world. This is where you'll find authentic Chinese culture, delicious food, and some of the best bargains in the city. Now, Chinatown is a feast for the senses. You'll be bombarded with sights, smells, and sounds, from the bright red lanterns strung across the streets to the aroma of spices wafting from restaurants to the chatter of vendors hawking their wares. This is a neighborhood best explored with an empty stomach and an open mind. So come hungry and ready to try something new. Whether you're craving dim sum, Peking duck, or bubble tea, you'll find it all here and then some. And hey, don't be afraid to haggle. Bargaining is part of the fun in Chinatown, so channel your inner negotiator and see if you can score a deal on souvenirs, electronics, or anything else that catches your eye. All right, for our final stop, we're heading back across the East River to Brooklyn, but this time, we're venturing to Williamsburg, a neighborhood that's become synonymous with hipster cool, artistic expression, and cutting-edge trends. Now, Williamsburg is a neighborhood in constant flux, always evolving and reinventing itself. What was once a gritty industrial area has transformed into a hub for artists, musicians, and entrepreneurs, drawn to its affordable rents, creative energy, and edgy vibe. This is a neighborhood best explored with an open mind and a sense of adventure. You'll find everything from vintage clothing stores to artisanal coffee shops to craft breweries, all with a distinctly hipster aesthetic. And hey, don't forget to check out the street art. Williamsburg is an outdoor art gallery with murals, graffiti, and installations adorning buildings, walls, and even sidewalks. And that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of New York City. We've hit up the iconic landmarks, explored hidden gems, and hopefully given you a taste of what makes this city so damn special. But listen, this is just a starting point. New York City is a city of endless possibilities. So get out there and explore, discover your own favorite spots, and create your own unforgettable memories. And hey, don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what you're most excited to see. Until next time, peace out from the Big Apple. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more travel adventures.